For any assignment-related queries, call us at +1 678 648 4277. Visit https://www.statisticsassignmenthelp.com or email support@statisticsassignmenthelp.com. What is the one statement to set the criteria of data that can be coded in any step? Answer: options statement. What is the effect of the options statement errors equals 1? Answer: the error variable ha a value of 1 if there is an error in the data for that observation and 0 if it is not. What do the SAS log messages numeric values have been converted to character mean? What are the implications? Answer: it implies that automatic conversion took place to make character functions possible. Why is a stop statement needed for the point equals option on a set statement? Answer: because point equals reads only the specified observations. SAS cannot detect an end-of-file condition as it would if the file were being read sequentially. How do you control the number of observations and/or variables read or written? Answer: first OBS and OBS option. Approximately what date is represented by the SAS date value of 730? Answer: December 31st, 1961. Identify statements whose placement in the data step is critical. Answer: input, data, and run. Does SAS translate, compile, or does it interpret? Answer: compile. What does the run statement do? Answer: when SAS editor looks at run, it starts compiling the data or proc step, if you have more than one data step or proc step, or if you have a proc step. Following the data step, then you can avoid the usage of the run statement. Why is SAS considered self-documenting? Answer: SAS is considered self-documenting because during the compilation time it creates and stores all the information about the data set, like the time and date of the data set creation, later know of the variables, later labels, all that kind of info inside the dataset, and you can look at that info using proc contents procedure. What are some good SAS programming practices for processing very large datasets? Answer: sort them once, can use first OBS equals and OBS equals. What is the difference between functions and procs that calculate the same simple descriptive statistics? Answer: functions can used inside the data step and on the same data set, but with procs you can create a new data sets to output the results. Maybe more. If you were told to create many records from one record, show how you would do this using arrays and with proc transpose. Answer: I would use transpose if the variables are less, use arrays if the var are more. Depends. What is a method for assigning first.var and last.var to the by group variable on unsorted data? Answer: in unsorted data you can't use first or last. How do you debug and test your SAS program? Answer: first thing is look into log for errors or warning or note in some cases, or use the debugger in SAS data step. What other SAS features do you use for error trapping and data validation? Answer: check the log, and for data validation things like proc frequency, proc means, or sometimes proc print to look how the data looks like. How would you combine 3 or more tables with different structures? Answer: I think sort them with common variables and use merge statement. I am not sure what you mean different structures. Other questions: what areas of SAS are you most interested in? Answer: base, stat, graph, ETS. Briefly describe 5 ways to do a table lookup in SAS. Answer: match merging, direct access, format tables, arrays, proc SQL. What versions of SAS have you used, on which platforms? Answer: SAS 9.1.3, 9.0, 8.2 in Windows and Unix, SAS 7 and 6.12. What are some good SAS programming practices for processing very large datasets? Answer: sampling method using OBS option or subsetting, commenting the lines, use data null. What are some problems you might encounter in processing missing values? In data steps? arithmetic, comparisons, functions, classifying data? Answer: the result of any operation with missing value will result in missing value. Most SAS statistical procedures exclude observations with any missing variable values from an analysis. How would you create a data set with 1 observation and 30 variables from a data set with 30 observations and 1 variable? Answer: using proc transpose. What is the difference between functions and procs that calculate the same simple descriptive statistics? Answer: proc can be used with wider scope and the results can be sent to a different dataset. Functions usually affect the existing datasets. If you were told to create many records from one record, show how you would do this using array and with proc transpose. Answer: declare array for number of variables in the record and then use do loop proc transpose with var statement what are underscore numeric underscore and underscore character underscore and what do they do? Answer: will either read or writes all numeric and character variables in dataset. How would you create multiple observations from a single observation? Answer: using double trailing at it. For what purpose would you use the retain statement? Answer: the retain statement is used to hold the values of variables across iterations of the data step. Normally, all variables in the data step are set to missing at the start of each iteration of the data step. What is the order of evaluation of the comparison operators? Plus asterisk forward slash a asterisk forward slash plus. How could you generate test data with no input data? Answer: using data null and put statement. How do you debug and test your SAS programs? Answer: using OBS equals 0 and systems options to trace the program execution in log. What can you learn from the SAS log when debugging? Answer: it will display the execution of whole program and the logic. It will also display the error with line number so that you can and edit the program. What is the purpose of underscore error underscore? Answer: it has only 2 values, which are 1 for error and 0 for no error. How can you put a trace in your program? Answer: by using ODS trace on. How does SAS handle missing values in assignment statements, functions, a merge, an update, sort order, formats, procs? Answer: missing values will be assigned as missing in assignment statement. Sort order treats missing as second smallest followed by underscore. How do you test for missing values? Answer: using subset functions like if then else, where and select. How are numeric and character missing values represented internally? Answer: character as blank or in numeric as. Which date functions advances a date time or date time value by a given interval? Answer: intnx. In the flow of data step processing, what is the first action in a typical data step? Answer: when you submit a data step, SAS processes the data step and then creates a new SAS dataset, creation of input buffer and PDV, compilation phase, execution phase. What are SAS/access and SAS/connect? Answer: SAS/access only process through the databases like Oracle, SQL Server, MS Access, etc. SAS/connect only use server connection. What is the one statement to set the criteria of data that can be coded in any step? Answer: options statement, label statement, heap/drop statements. What is the purpose of using the n equals ps option? Answer: the n equals ps option creates a buffer in memory which is large enough to store pages size, ps, lines and enables a page to be formatted randomly prior to it being printed. What are the scrubbing procedures in SAS? Answer: proc sort with no duplicate option, because it will eliminate the duplicate values. What are the new features included in the new version of SAS i.e., SAS 9.1.3? Answer: the main advantage of version 9 is